Just gliding in now. Just gliding in like a legend. Of course, no one's a... And at the end of the day, no one's expecting a third instalment to the weekend of amazing sergeant cooking, okay? And it's not a problem, okay? I'll stop saying okay when I say okay, okie dokie. You know. Right, anyway, my lovely peasanty friends, yeah, to all of you, yeah. All you loyal bastards who watch my fucking amazing channel, yeah. You're a credit to your nation, and you're doing it for the cause. You're doing it for the cause. Yeah. Right. Okay. I have to get into it because I've got a lot of things to talk about today. Okay. Basically, a lot of the things we're going to have to do today are going to be about a lot of preparation and a lot of method stacking. Okay. Now that is method stacking is yes, another Mitchy term that I've interpreted into. I'm just going to turn my music down in a second. I picked this one because it's quite cheesy. It's quite a cheesy instrumental jazz and melody going on here at the moment. So right, I'm not getting into it, am I? I'm not getting into it, am I? Fucking hell. Right, okay, let's do it. Okay, let's rub our hands together to make sure it makes any difference. Right, okay, we're going to go for a different sort of video today because I know a lot of people are getting a bit annoyed, not annoyed, but I'm doing a lot of like East Asian dishes and things like that. So we're going to go into a bit of a British pub gastronomy today. So I'm going to open up a new field. I'm not going to put it under British. I'm going to put it under Gastro British or something like that, okay? That's how we're going to do it. So, first things I want to do, I've got a 2 litre here that I'm going to just unveil. So, in there has been some onion rings. We're basically doing onion rings, but they've been brined in a mixture of about 50% salt and 50% sugar, some white wine vinegar, garlic and mixed peppercorns, really. So what we're going to do is, the first thing I want to do, I need to get rid of that. So I'm not going to use a fine strain, I just need a strainer. And that'll be fine. So we can get rid of that liquid. It's going all over the fucking sink and everything, yeah, right, it doesn't matter, I just need them out of there. Okay, that's good, I'll put it over there, that's fine. That can sit and do what it needs to do. Right, the next thing I need to do immediately, because I want to get these done first, because the longer they're sitting in what they're going to be doing is better than not at all, if that makes any fucking sense at all. I will like to stress, I'm just going into the cupboard of pantry nightmares and possible pantry special explosions. So let's just see how it goes. We're going to have a bit of fun with this one today. It's going to be a more relaxed stream. Right, okay, there's a few things I need to go over. So I'm going to do them immediately because I know there's a certain person watching. I'm putting in just some self-raising flour. I meant to get some actual flour from the reasonable shop today, but I forgot. So I have got some plain flour, but it's not a lot. So we're going to have to mix it up with some self-raising flour. But at the moment, that's not a problem. Right, in the self-raising flour, I'm going to season it, right? So I'm going to put in some garlic granules, probably about 2 caps of that. Okay, and I'll whack in the rest of the onion granules because I might as well, basically, because that's all I've got. So we chuck that, just use what you got, Right, now saltage wise, I'm going to be careful because I don't want to over salt stuff. I'm going to put in a pinchful of table salt, and that's about it really. Right, okay, the onion rings I'm just going to chuck in. Right, there we go. It doesn't matter if there's a bit of black peppercorn in there or anything like that. Right, we're going to put a lid on, and this time when we shake it, it's not going to go all over in the oil because this is all tight. So here we go. There we go, and that's it. So I just want to just do that. Now we'll leave that because that will go all sticky, right? So what's going to happen is like the flour's all been mixed up in there. It's self-raising flour, so it will help a little bit as well. We can put, actually I see what we could do. We could whack in a bit of corn flour into it, a little bit, because I'm going to need corn flour in it anyway. So like I said, this is going to be a more relaxing sort of stream, because this is a more gastro, like a thing you'd find at your gastro pub actually. So something like that. The best that I can do. I mean, you know, you're not asking for miracles. I mean, talking about miracles, Mrs. Tracy done a brownie video. I haven't watched it yet. I've just finished watching Mr. Dennis's pumpkin soup. So I've whacked a bit of corn flour in it. Right, we had a bit of a semi-explosion there, so it's not a lot, it weren't a lot. I mean, I went a bit violent to be honest, I went a bit fuck it. But it does make a difference, so okay. Right, we'll leave it. So, fucking hell, Jesus Christ, that went everywhere. Fucking hell, well, semi-everywhere, so a little tiny bit in the oil, but not a lot. So not like last time. I fucking mixed it last time. Right. I don't know what I was doing. Right, okay, getting confused. Okay, so there we are. Right, so what we're going to do is I'm basically going to make the batter. And when I make the batter, I'm literally just going to pour it into what the onions are in. I am really pissed, by the way. I'd like to state a few things. I am absolutely, completely wankered. But this is quite, it's basically, so what we're going to be doing, it's on the title obviously. So we're doing basically a rump steak cheese toasty. So that's what I'm going to call it, a rump steak cheese toasty. Right, I need to get sorted out. I need to. Okay, well I was going to check camera productions, make sure it's all in focus and stuff. Okay, right, okay. Right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm whacking in white wine vinegar because I want to make a really nice batter. So this is not going to be like a cornstarch fry, it's going to be white, it's going to be a batter. So at work I put in quite a bit of white wine vinegar. Okay, it just gives it a bit of flavour and that sort of stuff. I'm going to go for a bit of salt. I'm literally going to make the batter I do at work really. So that'll be enough because I've got to scale it up and scale it down. So yeah, there we go. Right, flour. I'm going to put in. I'm trying to think. I might actually have enough plain flour. I might actually have enough. I might be lucky. I don't know. I don't want to put in self-raising flour because basically all self-raising flour is flour with just added baking soda or baking powder. That's all it is. It's just the same. It's the same as flour, but and at work, and I can tell the difference when I go to scoop. We've got these massive big flour bins at work, and obviously one's got plain flour in it and one's got self-raising. And when you go to scoop out when you open the hatch and you go to scoop out the plain flour that I use for the barrel work, you can tell just by looking at it the difference between plain flour and self-raising. Self-raising flour, it just looks more fluffy, and the plain flour just looks like plain flour. So you know what I mean. But there is a very slight difference. It's hard to recognise. Okay, now I'm just going to get into, so we've seasoned it. I put all the things that I would normally do. So I picked a nice beer. I put a lovely, is it an Italian beer or something? I don't know. But it's a light beer. So I'm gonna, I don't know. I mean, I could literally just pour the whole lot in this and make it a beer, literally a beer batter. But the problem with that is we are looking at sugars. But we have primed the onions, so they are softer. I reckon I'm just going to pour the whole lot in, fuck it. We'll pour it up to how much we can get in. So, okay. If I have to add more flour into it, then I have to add more flour into it. You know. The only problem I've got, I've completely forgot to put in the, the thing. The actual spinning. Right, okay, fuck it. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. I'll whiz it round anyway, so. Okay, here we go. Right. I'm going to whiz this up and let's see what happens. Right, so obviously there's a certain texture that I'm looking for in the batter itself. And I'm just literally just going to pour the batter into there. I'm going to start to separate these out a little bit more. Yeah, loads of clag. You want clag. That's going to create stickiness. Right, so you want that clag. You want, basically, you want it to be looking like a shit show, basically. Okay. Let's have a look at the batter first. This is the most important bit, is the batter. Right, so I'm just going to stick my fingers in there. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm torn. I'm going to put a tiny bit of self-raising in, just a little bit. I'm torn at the moment because that is actually really, really good. But I'm going to have to be careful because I've put this is just the only liquid that's gone into it is beer. So don't forget that's going to contain sugar. That's going to burn. Yeah. So I'm probably going to have to put in. I'm going to put in a mixture of a tablespoon of self-raising and corn flour, I think, to be honest. So, oh fucking, I just massively burnt there. So, yeah, I think that'd be nice. So, because I want a little bit of rising. The problem if I was to do this all with literally just self-raising flour. And I've done and I fried the onion rings in that. It would be like doing it with. That's why sweet and sour chicken balls are like more sort of doughy. So that's why you do it with self-raising flour and then plain flour. So, but that's gonna. Because I do the fish batter work every day, and there's a consistency that I look for. And I dip my finger in it, and I want it to stick like, not like wallpaper paste, but something slightly less than that, like more watery. We'll give it a nice mix around and want it to really start to really get into its flavours now. Okay, that's good. Okay, I've got little tiny air bubble pockets popping up, so that is a lot better. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. So that's what I'm looking for. So I'm just looking for that nice drip. I can clean cut it, no problems, and it's got a drip. It's really nice. Okay, that's good. That's what we're looking for. So we'll take this out. Just take the spinner out and we'll just chuck it in this and we'll just lather it over the onion rings really. Okay, so we want to get the most out of it we can. We're going to use wooden spatula. It's the only one I've got. I mean, it's been bastardised and everything, but it still fucking works mostly-ish. It's not completely the best, but it will do the job. So, and I can smell that vinegar as well. That's So I can literally smell the vinegar and the garlic in that as well. That's really nice. So that's going to be like a really lovely batter. And with that, at the end of the day, we haven't really got to do much to that, to be honest with you. So the only thing I will do to that is probably this time put the lid on. So I'll show you that. There you go. Right, so it's a really nice thick batter. I know Sheepy is going, yeah, but we can't actually fucking see, can we? So you just like, there's the batter, Sheepy in it. So he wants to see, I know he wants to see it, so. It's got bits, it's going to have bits of the flour from the actual onion ring itself, so. Right, okay, so I've disturbed the process there, to move Sheepy in it, so. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick a lid on it, and this time it's going to be completely sealed, and I'm just going to turn it upside down and leave it. And then what I'm going to do is, in the process of doing that, I'm just going to gently just shimmy it around, upside down, shaking it. I just don't want to get my hands in there, can't be arsed. So as long as the lid is tight, I know everyone's expecting it to splodge out anywhere. It's not going to happen, so it's just not. So, right, I'm going to leave it over there to just sit upside down and get it all mixed in and all that sort of shit, basically. Right, now, there's a couple of important things we need to do first before we start to... Basically, this is basically a cheese toasty. Yeah, that's all it is. It's literally a cheese toasty with onion rings and garlic mayo. That's all it is, right? It's something that you would find and get at a pub, a gastro pub, or anything like that. It's basically, we are going to be using sourdough, so we're going to be using sourdough. I've already got some melted butter in the with me other assistant, Chef Mike, and yeah, so that's all it is. So what we're going to do is, I suggest that I'm going to reorganise here, because I have to get the cheeses out and get them laid out and ready and properly. I've got to have enough time for the batter in the onion rings to soak into the actual onion rings themselves and everything. I need time for this to go to heat up, because it's just turned off, so that's a bit shit. So it's having a Christine, obviously. So I'm going to, before I go though, before I do disappear, okay, for a quick oregano or two break, it might be a couple of hours, I don't know. We're going to talk about Mr. Dennis. Now, Mr. Dennis done a pumpkin soup, and it was really nice, but words of wisdom to Mr. Dennis. If you want to get that, personally, I thought the pumpkin soup was too thick, and don't use double cream, use single cream. And with your pumpkins, I would have basically, what you want to do with them is roast them off first, Mr. Dennis. So the pumpkins and the carrots that you did, or whatever the veg you did, roast it off, tiny bit of oil, little bit of salt and pepper, lightly roast them off, like get them a slight, like get them brown, lightly brown, not fucking burnt to shit. So, you know, 160 in the oven or something like that for, like, I don't know, 40 minutes, right? Get them caramelised and brown like that, and then do your soup with your water and all everything else, and that will give you a lot depth of colour and depth of flavour as well, right? So that's what they do at work. When they do like tomato soup, they roast the tomatoes. They literally roast them, mate, right? They garlic oil, they roast them, peppers, roast them, and then it all gets blitzed down like as if you was to do by fresh, okay? Which is what you did. But if you roast them, that's when you bring out the actual sweeteners and the caramelisation and things like that. And talking about caramelisation, that's what's going on in the next video. Not next video, but I'm gonna do have an oregano break. Okay, next thing about, because I did say about his ceilings, like all his ceilings flaking. Personally, Mr. Ellis, I wouldn't really worry about it. And yet, do not go onto ladders, right, at his age, okay? I don't give a shit, right? I don't give a shit I know I want to state this. I know Sheep Unit and Mrs. Tracy and Ronaldsworth and Mikey Five, Adam and David and fucking Pelosi, and they'll be going, what an absolute fucking fanny. But I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fucking flying shit, right? I know that Mr. Dennis, even though he's 80 years old, I wouldn't want to fucking go up against him at all. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go up against him at all. I reckon he's still fucking handy. I tell you what, I reckon he's still knock your lights out, mate. I reckon he's hard as fuck still. Do you know what I mean? He's a strong man. He's a very strong man. This is what people underestimate Mr. Dennis. He's a very independent, very strong-willed, very stubborn-minded character. He's loving, but I wouldn't fucking want to have 50 cuss with him, I tell you. And I'm 49. And he's twice my age, mate, almost. And I reckon he'd give me I'll be going to A&E. Let's just say that. That would be it'd be a bad fucking day for me, right? And that's an 80-year-old man. He's fucking tasty as fuck, mate. I tell you, I can just see it. But with him going on about ladders and going up ladders, don't go up ladders, Dennis. Just don't do it. Because if you do fall off a ladder and you break your hip, it's this bullshit. It's like the same shit. It's broken hip, fucking hospital, doesn't get better, you go mad, care home, end of game. That's it. Broken hip is fucking game over. So stay off the ladders. Get your son to do it. If you're that bothered about it, personally, I ain't bothered. I don't give a fuck, right? It's your ceiling. I don't really care. I'm not moaning. I just point it out. That's all I said. I just point it out, saying, oh, seems a bit funny, but who cares? Right? It's his ceiling. If I was him, I would just look at it and go, right, whatever. I couldn't give a fuck, right? But if he wants to get it done, then fine. But just get your son to do it. He's only not in his 40s, isn't he? Or early 50s or whatever. No, he's pretty, I think he's about the same age as me. But yeah, just get him to do it. Say, oh, you lazy cunt, fucking you do it. You know what I mean? You get up them ladders and fucking do it. Fucking hell. But no, Dennis, do not get up the ladders. I'm telling you, all it takes is one little slip, and it's fucking a rolling nightmare. A rolling nightmare. Right, okay, I'm going to have an oregano. Like I'm not having anyone anyway. I've got to get organised for the second bit of this, and I'll see you scumbags in a bit. Take it easy. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to start to get on with the situation. Okay, we've got our cheese, our relative cheeses that we're going to start getting on with. Okay, so we're going for obviously the red fox, the red Leicester basically, the Stilton cheese, cheddar, and then we got the Goa and Edam as well. Right, so we got there's another cheese I want to put into this, but that's staying out of the picture at the moment. That is literally fucking lastminute.com. Okay, first thing I've got to do now is I've got to concentrate on a certain ingredient, and that's called shit, where's my oil gone? Oil was there, it wasn't there, it's not there now. There it is. Right, no. I need to whack a tiny bit of oil into this. Okay, if I knock that over, that's going to be a bastard. Okay, I'm really pissed, so I need to start working shit out. Okay, here we go. Right, so I need, on this, I basically need a heavy sear. Okay, so we are going, yeah, I know he's going, everyone's going, oh, he's flash with cash. Not flash with cash at all. I'm just trying to do the best for you. Yeah, I'll try to do the best videos because I am the best in the world, basically, at doing this sort of stuff. But we're talking about home cooking YouTuber chefs, yeah. I've had agents dial me left, right and centre. You know, I've put my proposal to for the voucher scheme for Double Agent 129 has paid off. The Mitches have accepted it. The family has accepted it, and everyone's a winner. So there we go. So I'm just going to rip this off like a legend. It is a fresh steak. It's still bloody. Right, okay, and that's how we like it. That's how we want it, right? I'm going to give this it's dripped into the thing now, so I'm literally spilling blood for you. If I tip that up, that's going to go everywhere. And Pelosi's going, oh, just touch the steak with your hands and touch the glass. I know. Fuck's sake. No, I'm literally even ahead of Pelosi. I'm so amazing. It's just too brilliant. Right, a little bit of salt. Okay, put it down both sides. Don't fuck about. No pepper. Don't do pepper at this stage. Not a problem. Well, it will be a problem if you do. So, right, okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. This is I haven't even said what it is, have I? It's a rump steak. It's a... Oh, for fuck's sake, hang on. It's an 8-ounce rump steak, basically. That's it. So, that's all you got to do. That's it. Put it in there. Leave it. Forget about it, alright? So, we're not looking to cook this, because this is going to be cooked, as everyone knows, in a toasty. We're doing a steak and cheese toasty. Yeah. Serious business. We've got horseradish out. We've got Dijon mustard. We've got parsley and fucking thyme. We're going to go through the ingredients of what's going to fit on. Yeah. I want to get a reasonable plate ready. Yeah. So I'm going to get white plate here now that has been perfectly cleaned. I've 100% washing up properly. That's why I'm not delaying or anything. I'm just washing it up, so there you are. Right. Oh, fuck's sake, fuck off. Just fuck off. Right, that's it. Oh, I've just been splattered in the face. I've just been sprayed in the face with fucking steak fat. Right, okay, I've got to keep an eye on it. This is important. There's no fucking around in this situation. This has got to be taken out early. Okay. Ah, Jesus shit. Right in the fucking eyelid. Jesus Christ. That is hardcore. Right, okay, so that is... Oh, wow, that hurt. That actually fucking hurt. That was quite bullshit. Oh, wait, what colour? Oh, wow, fuck's sake. Okay, it's looking a little bit anemic. Okay, I'm going to whack it up. Well, I'm going to do... I'm just going to do a light abbreviation into it, and now I'm going to really stick it out. I'm going to whack it up to about a 9 full whack of occasion. I want to get this smoking now. So the reason why I've done that is because basically what I wanted to introduce, apart from being like sprayed in the eye with fucking hot fucking fat, I'm taking one for the fucking team. Yeah, I'm taking one for the fucking team. I hope you fucking realise that shit, right? Okay, so I want to get some nice colorisation on that. The reason why I've done that early flick back and forth, that's just to get the salts amalgamated into the flavours and into the meat, okay? That's why when I tossed it over, it still looked fairly pale, but the salt had already melted, started to melt. And now we can toss it back and forth, and now we can give it a nice heat regeneration, okay? That's what it's called. It's called about regenerating your heat, okay? It's almost like as if you've been, say, walking about all week, you're at work and shit like that, and you've had no underpants at all week. You've literally been going kamikaze, and then suddenly on a Saturday or a Sunday you thought, fuck it, do you know what I'll do? I'll gather up all my pants and I'll wash them in the washing machine, and then I'll dry them, and then I'll wear them, and then you've got new pants. It's the same, principle's the same. We're going naked, now we're going underground. It's the same shit, yeah? I don't care where you're from, I don't give a shit if you've got socks on or anything though. But when you wash them socks, you know you've got some socks on. And now we're going to flip it, because now we're going to see some colour. And there we go, colorisation. And there we go, and that's what it's all about. It's about skillage, adaptable abilities, even on a rump steak, fucking have some of that shit. Right. That's called steakerisation. We're literally into the steakosphere, yeah? We're into steakerology, yeah? We're literally leaving the steakosphere, but literally steak. That's what we're doing, okay? So we're just going to grind it out now. This is about grinding and finding, right? We're on a mission to grind. We're on grind and find. I'm not on grinder, so don't fucking start. Okay, right. Christine has turned herself off, so we're having a fucking nightmare. So. Okay, loads of smoke, loads of shit, loads of activity. Yeah, it's always a blast on the sergeant. The sergeant does his shit, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so like I said, you know, we've gone over the things I've said about with Mr. The White Wizard's pumpkin soup. Yeah, you got to roast them flavours off, mate. You got to really roast them off to get them into the situation. I'm pissing about with it, so I need to take it out. Right, okay. Right, now I'm gonna take that absolutely beautiful steak out. I can't put it there, obviously. So. Okay, so I'm just gonna empty the rest of that over it. I'm going to leave that there. That's the steak. And there we go. Don't worry about the frying pan, it's fine. Okay, absolutely juicification. Absolutely beautifully done. Now that's got to sit. I've got to leave that. I'm going to put it on top of the onions because I've got other onions to do and I haven't done them yet. So I'm going to take that just quickly off because otherwise we're going to have a fucking disaster. Right, okay, so what I want to do, now I'm going to get an onion, right, and I'm going to caramelise it, right, this is what we're going to do, but we're going to do it with them steak juices, so that means it's going to have to be done at a very particular rate, right, and what I mean by that is it's going to have to be done at a very particular heat. Now, why is this the case? Now, because what we want to do, we want to fry the onion. We also want to extract the so we are doing homemade caramelised onions, basically. So I'll turn that off, get all that off, get the rubbish little fucking thing off and all that shit. Okay, that's the skin gone. I want the there's a membrane on this as well. You have to get off, get rid of it. It's gonna impede you in doing what you need to do, especially in. Right. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Okay, let's get it on. Right, okay, here we go. I'm going to get rid of this. I do not need to split the pooper scoop up. Okay, so no, actually, do you know what? I'm going to wash this actually because I know that all the bits in there are all going to get burned and shit. So I'm actually just going to wash it. Fuck it. I'm going to do it on camera. So fuck it. Right, I'm going to start off fresh. I just want caramelised onions, so I'm going to start from a fresh pan. I'm not going to, yeah, no, because I know a lot of people are going, well, I mean, if I was to do that, I'd call them dirty onions. And you can do that, you know, that's your thing. But no, I want to start off with a fresh, a fresh bit of meat, basically. So that's how we're going to do it. Okay, okay. First thing we need to do then, if we're going to do that, I need to reheat this pan now. So oil, probably slightly too much. So that's annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly just empty that oil. Don't need as much oil in that as we did. Right, okay, here we go. So what we're going to do now is we're now going to just slice the onion. All right. So I want the thin onion as you can get it. Through hand cutting with little knife is possible, okay? Now the reason why I want that is because I want this completely thin through and caramelised. Okay, we're now getting a tiny bit of splittage. That is what happens if you do not do the onion properly. We're going to take that off. We're going to have to do a little bit of pissing about now. We're going to have to probably lose about 2 layers there, which is annoying. But they're going to be like the last 2 annoying layers that we have to deal with. So that's the reason why I've done that. So yeah, so I mean you can split the onion how you want it. I do it how I want to do it. Right, it's up to you entirely. Right, again, like really just like grim it down, really slice through it. Make sure you can get a whole grip of it and really feel that power as you slice into that onion. You wanna, this is your onion, yeah. No one else's onion. No one's going to take this onion away from you. Yeah? So it's starting to feel slightly slippery again. So I'm going to take the outer film off and get rid of that. And now I can grip it properly. Right? So it's called gripping, knowing your onions, basically. It literally is the phrase of knowing your onions. That's where it comes from. Knowing how to cut them, knowing how to slice them, and making sure that there's a delivery system now that's going to make them comfortable, homely, secure, and it's like literally you're sitting home in a comfortable sofa wearing woolly socks, but they're just made of onions. Yeah, same fucking deal. Okay, we're going to whack this up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to sprinkle these in and they're going to start to fry. It's a light fry when you get them in. And I want to just caramel, and that's just one whole big onion. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So we need to like make sure that these get like properly marinated now. Okay. So there's a couple of little tricks that we're going to introduce into this, and it's called basically garlic. Right. So I'm going to get a crushed garlic and I'm going to chuck that into the onion. In it goes. You ain't got to do many. You only got to do one. One is enough. Yeah, one is enough to inspire a legend army of amazement. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start to display them out, and I want them to start to collect basically a lot of their inner sugars. Okay, so it's not a problem. We are going to add butter to this, but that's at a later date. Now, at the very first, the first thing I want to do to create caramelised onion is I'm going to add in some sea salt, and nicely helping. I almost got my beer over there, so I'll just keep an eye on that. I'll put it over there just in case, because I'm pretty fucking absolutely wanking for it. Right, nice bit of shim. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to pat these through now. Any little bits, don't worry about it. We want it. This is a gastropub playlist that we're doing now. We're doing gastropub themes. We're going to keep an eye on what's going on at work, and we're basically just going to replicate them, make them even more amazing, and basically show them basically who really, even though I'm washing up cups, they all know there's a Mitchie in the fucking corner. And that Mitch in this corner, he's not saying no. Eat my Mitch, alright? It's about Mitch and quality and Mitchell abilities, alright? So there we are. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage this into a slightly different theme, and we're going to basically introduce a tiny sprinkling. Even though these are the beginning stages, now when I do this, I've got to add in another ingredient as well, but we're going to add in some brown sugar. All right. So this is going to make the onions very, very sweet, but we are going to balance it out with some salted sugar. Okay. So it's a fair trade-off, and this is what you've got to think about cooking. It's all about trade-offs. If I do one thing more than the other, is it going to have an effect? It will, but you have to balance it out. Okay, it's very important. So it's literally like, what's that 18th century fucking melting of, like making things into gold. It's literally like that, really. So I can't remember what it's called now. Amalgamation or fucking like that. So that's just a garlic pill, get rid of that. Get this a nice stir round. That's nice, absolutely beautiful. If you want to get them flavours mixed in, start getting them. I'm going to turn it down to a nice 5. Right, so there we go. So what we're going to do, we're just going to leave this now. It's got enough fats to let it sit through. It's had enough encouragement. Okay. You can put a little bit of vinegar into this if you want, but I want to just let this sit and cook out. Okay, I need to get it caramelised. Okay, now to send it on its way, to give it a tiny helping hand, I'm just going to put in a little bit more butter, and that's just going to help to lubricate it, just in case of any. Because I need to cook it out for probably about 30 minutes, if I'm honest with you. So, I need to cook this out for probably about 30 minutes and get it really nicely, lightly cooked down. You've got to encourage the actual, that's what the brown sugar is there for. It's to start to help to encourage the inner sugars of the onion itself to come out and start to, render down and cook, and it's all going to get all groovy and shit like that, right? Okay, now the rump steak, it is a rump steak. Now, we've lightly fried it and cooked it. We've given it a bit of colour, okay, on the outskirts of it. That's going to be, it's going to be cooked again, right? Because what I'm going to do with this toasty is I'm going to bake it in the oven. I can't, it's going to be too big to do on it. I've got a George Formby grill. I can't do it on it. It's going to be too big. Right, so we're going to literally press it down as much as we can, and I'm going to have to grill it, bake it in the oven. So we're going to do it on about 180, and we'll see how it goes. So there's a lot of things we're going to get into this with. This needs to go back in the fridge. I'm going to have to, there's not a lot I can do, folks. We're on like 39 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever it is. I've only got an hour. I've only got an hour on memory space that I can record live vids, right? There's not much I can do. We're going to see this out. You won't be, but you'll see the end result. I'm going to have to call this a part one. And there's not much I can do about it. It's absolutely fuck all I can do about it. Right? I'm going to take the onions, the onion rings upside down. They're just in a dough. Then they're like just getting really emulsified in that fucking dough, that batter mixture. That's just going to sit there. That can sit there all day. It doesn't really matter. The cheese is like in the back of the fridge. But yeah, to Mr. Dennis, don't go up any ladders. Get your son to do it. I'm gonna lower it down. I'm gonna lower it down even more. I'm gonna lower it to a 2, actually, a really nice light 2. And just let them sit out and do this. Like 30 minutes. Maybe add a bit more butter here and there. Who knows? Steak's fine. Cheese is it. That's what we're doing. Now, next video, it's all going to be about the assembly. Okay, it's going to be about the assembly and basically the performance of how we're going to build this steak and cheese toasty, and the onion rings, and the garlic mayo. I'm doing garlic mayo with it. Alright. Right, anyway, you absolute scumbags, I'm going to call this a part 1. And I'll see all you peasants part fucking 2. With that, I'll give you a Sunday morning kiss and leave it with you. Fucking hell.